All right, so I don't know if this is even going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. Today, we have a couple guys coming in to work on our fence. So I'm going to have to take this show even more on the road, more than what I normally do. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk in the front of the house. Let's talk about, what are we talking about? Oh, let's talk about monetization. There have been a lot of people that have voiced their concerns about monetization. There have been a lot of people that have made videos about monetization. And I don't care. I don't care about the upcoming YouTube update. A lot of people, and first and foremost, people that are telling you that they know exactly what's going to happen, they have no idea. But what we do know is this. What YouTube is actually saying isn't new. The information that they're providing, the update, is really the same update that they've had for years. They didn't want mass-produced AI-generated content. They didn't want content that was reused. In fact, not a lot, oftentimes a couple times a month, I will get a notification saying that someone else has downloaded or used my video and do I want to take action on it? And I always say yes, because I don't want people downloading and outright stealing my content. The update that YouTube isn't talking about, the monetization update, isn't really changing. And first and foremost, I told you so. I told you this was going to happen, right? I've said this for weeks. In fact, a video that I uploaded probably 2 or 3 weeks ago at this point, it was like I tried it, YouTube automation, Faceless YouTube channel for 3 years, something along those lines. I said that YouTube is going to provide an update where they're changing monetization, and people argue with me and they disagreed with me. It really comes down to the end user experience. Ultimately, it doesn't even come down to the end user experience. It comes down to the advertisers. If people are leaving YouTube quickly, if they're not spending a bunch of time on the platform, advertisers can't make money. YouTube, you've got to realize this, that YouTube does not care about the content creators. Ultimately, it doesn't care about the viewers. It cares about people that are spending money, investing money. And if these people are leaving early, if people aren't clicking on the ads, the advertisers aren't spending any money, and YouTube isn't making any money. If you understand that, then you knew at some point that YouTube was going to have to change its monetization, because they were giving out a bunch of money and they weren't making any money in return. Once you understand that, you realize, hey, this was going to change. But the big things, quote unquote, the big things that are supposed to be changing have always been around. They've always been against mass-produced content. They've always been against reused content. That's why there's a copyright flag section that content creators can fill out. It really had to come to a point where advertisers were losing money, or advertisers weren't willing to spend as much money to advertise on the platform. That's what all of this ultimately comes down to. If the end user, if the end customer was still spending as much money, or if marketers were still spending as much money on the platform, YouTube wouldn't care, because YouTube uses AI. In fact, YouTube has if you don't create content, you're not aware of this, but if you look in the back office of the YouTube studio, it gives you like outlines. You can type in inspiration or click on a video that did well, and inside the video it'll say get inspiration, and it'll give you an outline. YouTube doesn't care about, I think a lot of people misunderstand what YouTube really cares about. And it's not about the viewer. It's not about the content creator. The content creator is the least of YouTube's concerns, because there's always going to be another content creator. Inevitably, the viewer isn't that important to YouTube, because if it was, YouTube wouldn't allow people to basically make the exact same videos over and over again, right? Or have multiple content creators make the exact same videos. It only cares about the revenue. And if the revenue is dipping, which probably is what's happening, if the analytics, if the numbers that YouTube is seeing are changing drastically, changing significantly, then that's when they're going to take action. And that's what's happening. So if you understand fundamentally what YouTube cares about, then you kind of saw this coming. Now, YouTube will tell you that it cares about the user experience. And it only cares about the user experience because the advertisers spend money. If I, I think I've talked about that at length and ad nauseum, so you get where I'm coming from. YouTube doesn't care about the viewers. YouTube doesn't care about us, the content creators. But let's get back to why I don't care about this new update. I don't care about this new update because I have said, and I have been screaming this from the mountaintops, easy for me to say, for years, that you should not be solely relying on the YouTube Partner Program as your primary source or primary revenue stream, because it can be taken away from you. If you've watched 3 of my videos, heck, if you watch the video that I uploaded, today's Friday, if you watch the video that I uploaded on Thursday, I said that the YouTube Partner Program isn't all that it's cracked up to be because it can be taken from you. In fact, depending on where people are commenting from or watching from, comment where you're at right now. Your value, according to advertisers and according to YouTube, isn't as high as someone else that lives in a different part of the world. Again, this is according to YouTube and the advertisers. It's kind of funny that YouTube makes us think about these analytics as being important, but they're only important from the aspect of how much money they can squeeze out of the marketers or the advertisers, which, it's their business model. Their business model, and all social media platforms start the same. All social media business models start off with the content creator and the viewer in mind. You got to do things to keep them on the platform. You got to do things to keep them engaged. But at the end of the day, once they turn on the opportunity to place ads, it becomes about the marketer. It becomes about the marketing aspect. So when you realize that, you start moving a little bit differently. And that's why I'm always pushing people to do affiliate marketing, to create a digital product, to do something where you have more control. And that's why I don't care. Every niche that I've gone into, and I've got, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 different YouTube channels at this point, some of which are in the YouTube Partner Program, some of which aren't. But if YouTube turned off monetization on those faceless channels, I still have digital products that I can create. I still am doing affiliate marketing on a number of those accounts. And so it's not going to impact me as much as other people because they're solely relying on monetization. Now, someone asked me a while ago about YouTube Shorts, and I haven't figured out a great way to monetize a consistent way to monetize YouTube Shorts without the YouTube Partner Program. But what I think you could be doing, what I think you should be doing, and there's a semi coming down the street, so I'm going to have to maybe pause for station identification. What I think you should be doing, and what I think you could be doing, is attaching there's a way that you can attach YouTube Shorts to long form videos. You can link them. That's what I would try and do. Try and figure out a way to bring people to a long form video, and then inside the long form video, that's where you can have your digital products, your affiliate links, your memberships, your software as a service. But what you should be doing, if you are one of these accounts that has been doing mass produced and you're getting a bunch of views and comments and things of that nature, and you're concerned about the YouTube Partner Program, or you've been demonetized from the YouTube Partner Program, now's the time to go figure out how to create a digital product that you can control, right? And I talk about this probably in every single video, but creating a digital product is really simple. Find out a problem that your target audience has. Let's say, for example, one of the big ones that probably will get demonetized, and I actually kind of think that demonetization is actually going to help this channel a little bit, which is interesting. Hey, how you doing? Morning. What I think is going to happen. what I think is going to happen, what I think is going to happen, and kind of going on a side quest, is because there's going to be less people creating content because they're not a part of the YouTube Partner Program. This channel might start seeing more views, which would be kind of cool. Anyway, let's say, for example, you're doing that history channel. There's a bunch of history channels for sleep. I think that if you understand that you're creating content to help people sleep, why? And that's my dog in the background. He's not thrilled with people being in his backyard. If you are creating digital products to help people sleep, why not recommend affiliate products? Maybe one of those background noise things through Amazon, or maybe there's an online course that you could sell people, promote as an affiliate to help them sleep better. I think that's the better way to go. So don't stop making sleep videos because you figured out how to get traffic, and traffic is really the hardest part. People that have been marketing, creating content for years struggle with getting traffic consistently. If you figured out the traffic problem, I feel like the monetization part is the easier route to go. So, if you're demonetized, don't stop creating content. You could always obviously appeal. What you could do is do a couple videos where you're actually showing up on screen, showing up on camera, doing the readings yourself. I think that will help with the monetization situation. Maybe even start the first 30 seconds or 1 minute of your videos with you on camera talking or reading, and then kind of transition into that. But I think what's going to happen is, and this is all a giant cat and mouse game. This monetization thing isn't anything new. This happened a few years ago when people were mass producing Reddit stories and making a bunch of money. Basically what they were doing then was, and it was all faceless, they would go over to Reddit, find a popular story, have an AI write it. The only difference is, or have the AI read it out loud. The only difference is the AI has gotten better, and they were just pumping those things out, 2, 3 of them. And then the next iteration was they wound up having essentially the same type of video, but then they would have a person down the lower right-hand corner. I don't know if the person was reading it. I don't know how it was necessarily going, but this is all going to be, it's always going to be a giant cat and mouse game. Whenever there's an opportunity to make money, there's going to be a group of people out there that figure out a quote-unquote shortcut. But ultimately, the loophole gets closed up, and then they're scrambling to find something else and to find something new. And that actually is kind of what happened recently with a lot of the Make Money Online channels. One of the reasons why I stopped doing the I Tried It series was because a lot of those channels got deleted, disappeared, or they kind of changed course. In fact, what happened to me was a few of the videos from the I Tried It series actually got copyright strikes and risked me getting demonetized. So me creating kind of like reaction style videos to videos that were already on YouTube got me struck. And so that's kind of why I stopped doing those videos. In fact, my most viewed video ever, it had over 1 million views. I don't think it's still on the channel anymore. That video was an I Tried It of a popular video. That channel is completely gone. And that is the video that actually got flagged for violation, copyright strike, or whatever they're calling it. So again, this is nothing new with YouTube. There's always going to be a cat and mouse game. A few years ago, there was the child thing. A lot of people were creating child content. Yeah, I guess child content's a good word for it. A lot of people were creating that type of content, and advertisers were freaking out them. And so they changed the monetization for those types of channels. They changed what was eligible and what you can do there. So these updates are nothing new. That's why having a branded channel is a little bit safer, because YouTube can see that you're a real person. You could probably still mass produce stuff as long as you show up on camera. Like there's a YouTube channel called like Mr. Money or something like that. They make like 5 Make Money Online videos a day. It is insane. I don't know how they can do that, how they can pump out so many videos, but they essentially mass produce them. Anyway, getting back to the original topic on hand, I'm not worried about this update. I'm not worried about the update because this channel is a branded or faced channel. Also, if you understand how to monetize your account, you can find better, more profitable ways. And when I always talk about creating a low ticket product, you create the low ticket product as the entryway or the front door to your business. It is not the entire business. You have what's called a value ladder. A value ladder is how you can help more people get a result. So at the very bottom or the widest part of your value ladder, think of it kind of like a pyramid. Think about the pyramids in Egypt. The widest part, the base, is the $7 product that you're selling to people, right? That is a do-it-yourself DIY type thing. Template, planner, cheat sheet, guide, ebook, things of that nature. Some of those people that buy the $7 product are going to want more assistance. And then you can sell them something else for a little bit more. That's going to be kind of like maybe like a done with you type of thing. Or I think done with you, kind of like a course that helps them achieve a result faster or easier. Some of those people are going to want even more assistance. You can offer them a done with you plus, is what I call it. It's a course along with a membership. And then in the membership, you're earning reoccurring monthly income, and you can charge them $49 every single month to get the ongoing assistance that you're looking for. And inside of that membership, you meet with them weekly, bi-weekly, however you decide to have it set up. And then the final step, the smallest part and the most expensive part, is going to be a DIY or do it for them, DFY, do it for them. And that's a done for you solution. Maybe that's one-on-one coaching where you're advising them on what to do. Maybe if you are, let's say, like content creation, you actually write the scripts for them and send them the scripts that they need, and then you offer additional information and solutions. But I would say the only people that are afraid or scared of this update, which happens every few years, are people that are only monetized with the YouTube Partner Program. If you have any other thing going on, affiliate marketing, digital products, and you're doing it the right way, you're not worried at all. The other part to affiliate marketing and digital products is you have to make sure that you are promoting or selling products that are relevant to the niche and the audience, right? For example, if for this, my dog just saw another dog. For this account, it would make sense for me to sell digital products to help you get more views, to help you start a YouTube channel, to help you make money online. That makes sense. But my audience wouldn't buy if I had a course on woodworking. Most of the people that would be interested in buying from me wouldn't buy because they don't know me from woodworking. They know me from making money online, starting an online business. And I think that's a huge component that people miss. You can't shoehorn or force people into pivoting into something else if they know you for X, Y, and Z. What you've got to think about, and this is going to turn into a quick marketing course, is think about a Venn diagram. If you've spent all of your time talking about affiliate marketing, and then all of a sudden you want to sell a course about how to detail a car, there's going to be a very small overlap of people that are interested in both of those things. Most people go to the internet to solve one problem at a time. I know we like to think that we're good at multitasking, but we're not. If you try and multitask, you really just do two things half-assedly instead of doing one thing very well, right? But if you zoom out, you take a step back, most people are only going to the internet to solve one problem at a time. It's the thing that is driving them. It's causing the biggest pain. And so your goal is to just solve one problem at a time and make sure that everything that you're doing is leading to solving that one problem. So let me know what you guys think. Usually I'm down by the lake, but the kids are out of summer camp today. Usually I'm in the back, but they're actually working on the fence. Simple niche idea. One thing I wanted to say at the very beginning is, if you have a service-based business, like these guys put up fences, create content about doing that. Create content about the process of building a fence so that people can go online and see it. And maybe I've told this story before, I'll tell it again, but we were interested in having a concrete patio installed on this house. And so I was looking up the process of setting up and installing a concrete patio, and I stumbled across this YouTube channel called, I forgot, it was a cement channel. They're actually based out of Waukesha, which is not too far from here, probably about a 45-minute drive from here. But they have over 400,000 subscribers, and he just documents what they do. He documents what they screw around all day, putting together patios and sidewalks. I mean, you would think that setting up concrete patios is boring, which it is, but he documents the process. He shows people behind the scenes, and people will reach out to him and say, "Hey, I saw your YouTube channel and I want to see how much it is to have you come out and do some work for me." He's actually been able to travel to Las Vegas. He's gone to Illinois. People have commissioned him to come work and all over the place because of his YouTube channel. So if you have a service-based industry, a service-based business, don't be afraid to make YouTube videos about it, showing behind the scenes. Even if you're an accountant, create content about being an accountant, and you'll be able to get some views. So let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. If not, we'll see you in the next video.